what I needed. This is still showing.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's so nice to hear the kids in the back. They'll chat away. Welcome to the physical and virtual home of Calgary Unitarians. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your journey of faith or search for meaning, welcome. If you're visiting for the first time or the first time in a long time, know that we are grateful to have you with us. We'd love to give you a wave if you're comfortable giving a wave if you're new, and people will come up especially and talk to you afterwards. Anybody want to? Nope, everyone's shy. That's just fine. We come together in beloved community to grow in wisdom, welcome and deepen relationships, and act for a just and sustainable world. So speaking of sustainable world, we start as always with recognizing the land that we're on, acknowledging the land we're on and the people for whom this land has been their home for many thousands of years. Those are the people of the Blackfoot Confederacy, the Siksika, the Piikani, and the Kainai First Nations, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda. The Stoney Nakoda is comprised of the Chiniki, the Bearspaw, and the Wesley tribes. And Mohkinstsis, the name, the Blackfoot word for what we now call Calgary, this area, is also home to Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. In offering and land acknowledgement, we don't just say the words, we stop and think, and we honor both the land and the people who have been her stewards, and we accept our shared responsibility for that, for being good caretakers. We of the Treaty 7 region of Southern Alberta, the treaty that was signed down at Blackfoot Crossing on September 22nd, 1877, we acknowledge that the treaties were entered into as a collaboration between settlers and Indigenous peoples, and we are the descendants, or in fact, like me, the first generation settlers. We acknowledge we're all treaty people. My name is Pam Rickey. I use the pronouns, usually she and her, playing around with something a little bit more maybe malleable. I have the privilege of serving on the Board of Trustees as the president. And I come here because I just always am exploring a spiritual path, and this is a place that I can do that with support and the interest of other people. Please join us after the service for coffee and conversation, and today for a very special event, a breakfast brunch for some people who are going to be moving away from our congregation after many, many years. So everyone, please come. Those of you online, there's a virtual coffee hour, and you'll find the link in the chat and on the email for this service, and as always, it's on our webpage too. So I want to just take a minute as president of the board. I know Mariana Louise spoke to this last week. We're in search for a new minister. Our interim minister, Reverend Shelley, will be leaving after June. And I just want to really reassure people, because we haven't so far had anyone. We're one of several congregations who haven't been able to find a minister. I just want to reassure people that Unitarians are fabulous at keeping going. We do lay-led congregations and groups all over North America. And people who have been with this congregation longer than me tell me they've done it times before. 18 months once we went without a minister. It's an opportunity for us to all step up and be a little bit more active in keeping this family together. So, especially for new people who may not know that, don't worry, we'll be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Good morning, everyone. Happy Easter. Well, you may have noticed we have expanded our family center back there. Today is one of these wonderful opportunities when we bring everybody in the room to worship together, or all ages worship, as we like to call it. And a lot of churches have taken to having these wonderful crafting and coloring stations. Adults are welcome to color during worship. You're welcome to knit during worship. Have fidgets, whatever really makes your experience multimodal and interesting to you. But in light of the fact that we have a lot of very small children, if any of you are harder of hearing, you might want to sit in this quadrant of the church, up here by the microphones and the speakers. So if anyone wants to get up and move, like, oh, I didn't realize it was going to be noisy back there, that's absolutely wonderful. We've got the louder, easier to hear section up here at front. So it's also encouraging you to move forward. For some reason, congregants are like scared of the minister. You all stay way back. I promise I'm not going to smash any watermelons or anything. You won't need to have ponchos on or anything crazy like that. So we're going to try that and see. We know we want to provide that fabulous Calgary Unitarians welcome to all the new children and families coming and all the children and families returning. And our family ministry really is one of our opportunities to absolutely shine here in this community. So it might take a little getting used to, and we might just have to rearrange the seating or do what we need to do to make that work. So feel free to provide your feedback to us and let us know what would be helpful to you in that partnership of sharing this space joyfully with our children and families who also want our support and love, and the children who really just take a moment and listen to their joyful noise. They're adorable and precious, and we love them, so we want to make them feel welcome. And we just also want you to be able to hear. So we're going to do both things. Deal? Well, thank you, Pam, for encouraging everyone. I, too, have spoken with our Unitarian Universalist Association Transitions Office. There's a wonderful gentleman named Keith Cron, and he runs this show of all the churches trying to find ministers. I don't know how he does it. He has only about 4 or 5 people that help him. And he's very encouraging that there maybe are people on the horizon applying, and that you have flexibility and adaptability in finding something that works well for you. And I've spoken to our Canadian Unitarian Council folks. They have ears and eyes everywhere in all the UU churches that are lay-led or that didn't get an interim when they thought they would. A lot of people have done this recently, and so there's support from other churches. Pam, as a board president, has easy access to talking to other board presidents and other ministers. So there's lots of resource, lots of information, and this place, the fact that Sundays are up and running and we're doing as well as we are with all of our teams and committed leaders, we're hitting way above our weight class right now. And so I know you can do it. I know you can do it, and it's a beautiful thing. So do not be discouraged, and know that whatever the adventure is, whatever it looks like, it will be wonderful because it will be you, and you're wonderful. All right. There is a budget meeting, a review session coming up on Sunday the 30th. For anyone who's curious, they've been really hard at work on this. Our treasurer, Carol Yankee, where's Carol? Where's Carol? She's here somewhere. There she is. Woo! Give her some love. She works so hard, and the finance team and the board, everybody's been weighing in, and we want you to have a chance to see it before we bring it to a vote. I want to make you aware of one more thing. The Canadian Unitarian Council is wrestling with this recent denial of the doctrine of discovery from the Pope and the Vatican, which was that hideous law that they said, go forth and kill and conquer in the name of Christ, and it was awful. And this has been going on for a long time, and we've had some interesting conversations about what should the response be of Unitarian Universalist churches and the Canadian Unitarian Council, and we're getting some really good advice from churches that are already forming partnerships with Indigenous communities and making a very conscientious and responsible response that isn't about words or pieces of paper or policies that, in fact, we were asked to denounce this in 2015 and didn't do it yet for many of our churches. So it's an interesting conversation, and it's something to keep our eyes and ears open to. The general meeting is coming up in May, and we'll have more on that, but it's good that we're being very thoughtful about this and how we can, in this church, we know, continue our partnerships with Calgary Alliance. We had Elder Pablo here. We had Elder Doreen here. Those relationships are really what matters, and it's the way that we're living our eighth principle and denying the doctrine of discovery in our own way through those relationships of solidarity. So that's something to keep an eye on, and just to notice how we wrestle as a culture with these really challenging issues where we want to live our values, but we need outside help because all by ourselves we don't know the right answer. And when we go grappling for one, we usually get it wrong. So we have to ask our friends and neighbors in the Indigenous communities how we can most be of support to them and how we can make friends with them and welcome them into our communities. And those are going to be the answers that they most need and that we can support out of love and good neighborship and being treating people together. So I wanted you to make you aware of that as something that's a real hot topic right now. Alrighty then. Our general meeting is at this church on May the 7th. And then May the 14th, we're having a special Mother's Day tea, and we encourage you to bring your mothers or anybody mother-like that you love and adore to church that day. And good stuff coming up. It's exciting that it's spring. I light our chalice this morning with the words of Dr. Petra Samoyski, who is the minister in Prague, in Czechoslovakia. Prague. Is that right? Czechoslovakia? Did I say that right? Okay. My brain just had a moment. Is that right? Thank you. Czech Republic. Thank you. I knew I was saying something wrong. I apologize. Czech Republic. May this flame we light remind us that every one of us can bring the light of love into the world. May this clear flame be a symbol that every heart can burn bright with joy, peace, and harmony. May the wisdom of the ages speak to us through this flame and stay in us. Every one of us can be a blessing to the world. And now rise in body or spirit and join us in singing jazz. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. This half. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. This half can start now. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. That's the splash, yeah.
So cute. Story time with Sheila. Woo! That's good news.
All right, all right. I'm Sheila McMaster, Director of Religious Education here at the Calgary Unitarians, and my pronouns are she and her. And we have some exciting spring celebration today for Easter, for Pagan Ostera, or just to celebrate and honor Mother Earth's time of renewal. And we also have all our kids are here in the back. People are like, where are the children? I have brought them up here today. Some of you might be saying, take them back. But it is lovely to have you all here. Some made a run for it, but we wrangled them back in. So that's all great. And this week we had a contest. So in our children and youth newsletter, I hid a bunch of mini eggs in it. And for everyone who emailed me and guessed how many eggs were inside, I put their names in a draw for these 2 golden bunnies.
Woo!
I know. Some of you might be like, how many eggs were in the newsletter? And the answer is 8 for our 8 principals. And I'm here to announce the winners. And come on up here, River and Charlie. Woo! This is your day. All right, for guessing the right number of eggs in our newsletter. There you go, River. And here you go, Charlie. And do you guys have anything to say about Easter? Nope. Okay.
All right, I hope you all got some good Easter treats to the kids. Goodbye.
Perfect. Thank you, River. Woo. All right. Awesome. Okay, and next, you might be wondering what else is going on today that's exciting. Well, we have eggs to color today. We have spring symbol cookies to decorate and eat today. We have coloring. I have marshmallow chocolate bunnies for everyone.
Ooh.
Everyone. They'll be at the coffee table. And we also have an egg hunt for the children and youth. But before you get too excited, you have to wait till Reverend Shelley says it's time to go to Wickenden. Yes. But you'll find other people wearing bunny ears, and they will give you a purple basket. And then I will tell you how many eggs you can find, and then you return the basket to people with bunny ears, but you can take the treats out from inside. It'll be very exciting, so you'll wait for that. Now, I need you guys to count yourselves and give me a number. So count yourselves, and then when you give me a number, I'll be able to tell you how many eggs you can find each, divided by 90.
Woo!
Oh, there's more children coming in.
Yay!
There's more.
Come on in.
All right, you guys can tell me the number after, but I will need a number. You guys are a moving target. I can't count you all at once. All right. Now, to help all of you wait, I have a really great story all about eggs. And eggs who get colored. You might be wondering, why do we have colored eggs? Well, this story might shed some light on that mystery. All right, hit the slides. This story is called all about the good egg. Some of you might remember the good egg.
Oh,
Well,
yeah. We like
him
good
and his
eggs.
roommates have been hanging out, and what do they like to do for fun? I'll tell you, they like to go on the Great Eggscape by John Jory and Pete Oswald. Howdy, I'm Shell, an egg. How's it going? It's just me today. I'm on my own. The other eggs, where are they? Good question. The thing is, sometimes they leave the carton on weekends before the customers arrive, and they escape into the store. They call it the Great Eggscape. Get it? Escape? Eggscape? Yeah, you get it. Me, I'm not really in the mood to run around, and if you want to know the truth, I'd rather just sit here. I don't mind a little me time. And no reason to go frolic with everybody else. I prefer adventures of the imagination. It's quite peaceful here without all the other eggs. And sure, there's part of me that wonders what they're doing right now at this very moment. And I have a few guesses. Right at this moment, whee! Yay! Ah! We look amazing! So festive! Let's play a game! And everybody pick a good hiding spot. Great idea! Shell will have to come find us. He won't know where we are. I'm behind the tomatoes! I'm blending in with potatoes! Ha ha ha! What's so funny about that? Being a potato is serious business. Ah, this is the life. When you live in a carton full of roommates, you don't get much peace and quiet. So I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. Exactly 2 hours and 36 minutes and 2 seconds later. Is nobody back yet? Where's Clegg and Meg and Peg and Egbert and Greg and Shelby and Shell and Sheldon and Frank and other Frank? Did I forget anybody? Anyway, they should be home by now. These great escapes are usually over by lunch, and that's when everybody gets hungry. I'll just wait a few more minutes. They'll be home quite soon. No reason to stress, no reason to pace, no reason to get all worked up. Bong! Noon! It's noon! Morning is officially over! Okay, now I'm getting nervous. Where are my friends? Are they okay? Should I go look for them? What if they come while I'm away? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, hee-hee, more hee-hee, hee-hee,
There, hi.
hee-hee, hee-hee. I must find them. Where do I start? Maybe aisle 1 seems promising. Pickles, pickles, pickles. It's all pickles. Yeesh. Wait, Greg, is that you? What are you doing by those pickles? And why are you painted like a galaxy in outer space? I'm hiding, but why? Why not? Well, I found you. Indeed you did, Shell. Indeed you did. Shall we look for the others? Indeed. Found you. Found you. There you are. Found you. Is that everybody? Line up, eggs. Let's see. We have you, you, and you, and you, and you, and that's 10 eggs plus me, which equals 11. Wait just a minute. Where is Meg? Has anyone seen Meg? 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 Wait, where are you guys going? To get some lunch, Shell? Then maybe take a nap. Hide and seeking is tiring. Meg will turn up eventually. She always does. Eggs, halt. The old saying goes, if a fellow egg is hiding, we must look and find him. Or maybe that's a new saying. Anyway, we're not finished until we all get back together as a dozen. Got it? Good. Let's go. Greg, search the high shelves. Peg, search the low shelves. Clegg, don't forget the middle shelves. And Sheldon, look through that bag of marshmallows. And Shelby, comb 5. Egbert, investigate 6. And me, I will scour the discount aisle. Meg has got to be around here somewhere. Shell, I found a note by the cash register. It might be a clue. Well, read it, Greg. Okay, you don't have to yell. Okay, if you want to find an egg, just like a pot of gold, go where things are sold in bulk and look for something bold. It's a clue, Shell. I mean, it is a clue. Indeed, Greg, indeed. Bulk, bold, bulk. Wait, I think I've got it. Follow me, eggs. Follow all of me, eggs, to the bulk aisle. Onward. Wow, there's just so many bins. But which one is the right one? How would we know? Shell, remember how the clue said look for something bold? Do you think Meg is hiding in there? Of course, Peg, of course. Eggs, shoulder stack, unite. Knock, knock. We know you're in there, Peg. Meg. Oh, hi, I thought you were never going to find me. Nice work, Shell. Glad you found your way out of the carton for once and into the real world. Thanks, Meg, but it wasn't just me. We found you as a group, and now we're back together again. Whew. And you know, looking for eggs is fun. And finding eggs is more fun. And it's a chance, the most fun of all, the chance to frolic with your friends. Say, when is the next great eggscape? Shall we do it again tomorrow? Indeed we shall, Shell. Indeed we shall. The end. And so this week's newsletter quote is by Nell Reagan Kay. Says, "The spring equinox, Austera, is a time of balance between day and night, of dark and light, of death and rebirth. The earth awakens from her slumber and brings with her the gift of new beginnings. But only you can plant the seed of awareness that nourish your dreams and bring them to life." And so whether you celebrate Easter or Austera, or simply honor nature and her turning, this is the time for us to embrace new beginnings. And so look for symbols of rebirth, so like the bunny and the egg and the butterfly and spring flowers. And I challenge you to think about what seeds that you want to plant inside yourself this spring, and what is new that you wish to embrace. And perhaps like Shell, just a chance to frolic with your friends today, and we've got that going on. That's what today is all about. So happy Easter, happy Austera, and happy spring. Woo.
Today, since we're getting ready to go on an Easter egg hunt, we're going to light a single candle for peace throughout the world. And now's the time in the silent sanctuaries of your hearts to lift up all your loved ones, near and far. My family scattered around the world today. Some of them are in Indonesia, some of them are in Monaco, some of them are in Hawaii. They're all over the place. I'm thinking about them. Lift up everyone that you love, your concerns, your cares, the people you're grateful for. May peace prevail on earth. And now is the time when we accept your generous gifts that sustain this wonderful community. We know that we can't do it on our own. It takes all of us to take good care of this place. Ushers, please come forward. And our 4 others this month is Skipping Stone, which is a wonderful organization here in Calgary. Their vision is to envision a province where trans and gender diverse individuals are surrounded by positivity, affirmation, and support, free from barriers, stigma, and discrimination. And their mission to that end is to connect trans and gender diverse youth, adults, and families with comprehensive and low barrier access to the support they need and deserve. They are truly worthy of our support as well.
Grab your coat and get your hat. Leave your worry on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. never had a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the sunny side of the sunny side of the street.
Right, it's time to adjourn to Wickenden. All our little people, it's time for our Easter egg hunt. And you line up by the door, getting ready to go. Go find the bunny ear people and baskets. We'll let the kids go first so we don't get trampled. All right, everyone, please adjourn to Wickenden, where we're going to have our coffee and refreshments and soon to be our brunch, and then our wonderful party for our beloveds who are going to be departing from us in physical world, but never in our hearts. They'll always be with us. Happy Easter. Amen.